Hello everybody, Corey here. We're going to do the daily roundup for the YieldMax single stock ETFs and YBIT for July 23rd. Of course, we'll have some of the data for the other YieldMax ETFs as well. But just a reminder, I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor, and I just gather the data presented to you. Please make sure you understand the risk involved in investing in YieldMax ETFs. Risk of capital is probable, and make sure you've read the perspectives and risks. All right. So we're going to just jump in here. Oh, and reminder that Dips comes out tomorrow. I will say, though, be very, very, very careful with these short ones. They have, if you look at them, when they first came out, $20, like the rest of these, they are way down, significantly down. So just be very careful with those. You can see the trades here. There weren't a lot of trades today. We have AMDY, JPMO, and NVD with some trades. And then, of course, we have dips here. And then we have, for those of you that are new, for these next few columns, feel free to pause the video and look at the specific ETFs you want. Of course, we're looking here at, what do we have now? 26, 27, let's see. Yeah, 29 ETFs here. So we have a lot. I do not read all the numbers, so I do apologize. Just pause and look at the ETFs that you want to see here. If you want to see more in-depth data as far as all the strike prices and the trades and everything else, that will be in the trades and holdings video. But here we have the net assets and the outstanding shares for all the YieldMax ETFs. Then we have the current stock price along with the NAV and the difference between those here. And then here we have the last couple of days, today's and yesterday's stock closing, the differences by cents or dollars and percentages. So just glancing through here, anything outside of 1%, more or less, we have AMZ was up 2% today. Coney was down 2%. Dizzo was down 3%. Crush and Dips were both up 2%, and Fiat was up 3%. So I apologize. So this shouldn't be there. That's where I copied and pasted. With that said, yeah, it's not going to be over. Oh, let me look. Since I copied and pasted the whole line, yeah, it won't be there. Okay, this is where I copied and pasted it afterwards. So anyway, so then we have Fiat there was up 3%. We have YBIT was down 2%. Everything else was within -1 to 1% difference there. If we look at the underline here, you can see all the IVs if you want to look. Then we have, of course, the each day's stock price and then the percentages there for the difference. So anything outside, 2 or more percent, we have Amazon at 2%. Coin and Disney were down 3%. MicroStrategy was down 4%. And then we had PayPal, Block, Tesla, and Zomo all down 2%. And then Bitto was down 4%. Now, if we look at the differences in these here, the difference in the changes. So Misty was only down, well, it says down 0%. It was down a few cents there, but MicroStrategy was down 4%. So obviously Misty did 4% better. And then for PayPal, same thing. PayPay was down just a few cents, while PayPal was down 2%. And then everything else was within a 1%. Well, then we have YBIT down here. So YBIT was down 2% and BITO was down 4%. And then sorry I didn't go down over here on this one, but here was YMAX, and Ulti for today. And then if we look at the overall, we can see out of the single stock ETFs up there outside the short ones, we had 19 of the YieldMax ETFs do better than the underlying, and then 4 underlying did better than the YieldMax. And we can see here that the S&P and the NASDAQ were slightly red at close today. All right, so then we go to our recovery section. Yesterday we did have one recover. It was Coney. Obviously, as you can see today it's gone down. I know I did not do this video here, but to show you here, we had recovered up to 113% of the last distribution yesterday. As you can see, the last distribution was 157, and we were up $1.77 yesterday. And it took it 12 days. Of course, now today you can see it's back down some, because now we're down to $20.66, which means we're only up $1.41. I know I went in depth with the last video I did on this section. If you're new and you need me to go over this section, just let me know and I'll do it in the next video. Here we have our short calls. That's interesting. I don't know why these are red. I'm pretty sure they weren't red over here, else I would have seen that earlier. Yeah, obviously these are messed up because, which one was it? Phoebe. Yeah, so it's green there. And MSFO. I don't know why those are red on that sheet. But these should be green. They should be formatted the same. Somehow this whole row got off. And I can't fix that from my iPad, unfortunately. Yeah, all these are off too. I'm not quite sure what happened. In fact, these are all the exact same percent, which are probably right. 1 cent's probably right on those. All right, so anyway, here, as far as this goes, these are for the short calls and short puts. The only one that's over its strike price, at least some of these have more than one short call. As you can see, GPMO has 5 according to this. But this is the only one that's over all of it. In this case, it's only 1. So in this case, like here, it could have 5 short calls, and it could be over 4 of them and not the other. This, again, is just a roundup to give you an idea. The detailed data is going to be on that trades and holdings. And that just doesn't make sense why that one has so many. So let me just look at that real quick. Yep, it does have 5 right there. All right. But this will, gives you an idea of, I haven't done this in a while, but let's do this. So within 1% of the strike prices there, we have OARC and Phoebe, and within 2%, we have PayPay and Abney. So, and then of course we have in over here how it affects the actual stock price of the YieldMax ETF, the cents or dollars, and the percentage. And then if we go over here, we have our synthetic positions. Tesla's the only one we have two synthetics in now. And then they show you how many are under or over their synthetic strike prices. This formula, no, I just copied and pasted them earlier. And I think I know why. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just make this red. I'll look at this. But I think I have a hidden something somewhere on these shorts. I just don't know. I thought I'd fixed them today. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it. But I can tell by looking at that this data would be wrong. Oh, never mind. So the reason it looks like that is probably just because it's not out yet. No, because even though DIPS isn't out yet, obviously NVIDIA is, and all that stuff would be fine. So I don't know. I'll have to check on that one. But if we look at the actual holdings of it here, we can see that that's 123 and we're at 122 here. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure why. Oh, and I just realized, because I did do this, but I bet there was something else hidden somewhere. All right, okay, I apologize. We're going to keep moving. Tomorrow, when everything, this updates with the actual ETF, hopefully it'll be good, and I don't know why this formatting happened the way it did on some of these, because like this is even pink and I don't know why. All right. Oh, so that's the synthetic positions and where we stand on all of those. Of course, these, you know, they can expire anywhere from, I think YBits expires next week. And then the rest of them can expire, you know, anywhere from August 16th to like September 20th, I think. I don't think we have any further out than that. And this is going to get way worse for Tesla. I didn't mention this because I didn't go through these individually, but Google or Alphabet, and here, see this if you want. This is how the synthetic is affecting the share price of the YieldMax ETF. But we had GUI, and it sucks because I wanted to get to the earnings videos this weekend, and since I didn't do any videos, I didn't get to. But Alphabet and Tesla reported today, so I'm sure most of you know. Dang it. Here, Tesla ended today at 246, but in after hours at 8 p.m. they actually closed at 227-ish. And then Google, they were actually up in the 183s today, and then they tanked the last few minutes of the market, 181. I didn't tank, obviously, it's only a few dollars. But it was for no good reason, right? But then after hours, the market didn't know what to do with Google. It went way down. It hit 273 something. Went all the way up. Well, then it went up, and then it went down again, and then went up to about 187. And then it ended up coming all the way down to hit 177 at some point. And at the end of the night, it ended up closing at 177.83. So yeah, this one has ranged after hours anywhere from 173.66 up to 187.18. And now, we know how these go in earnings, or I don't know if a lot of you do, but I watch them. I watch the charts when the news comes out, so I can see which direction it's heading. But usually, it's up and down. But this one just over, an hour or two still couldn't decide where it wanted to go. More or less the first, 5 minutes afterwards. So we'll see what's going to happen on that one tomorrow. But I assume Tesla's going to be headed to the downside since it's already down, $19 in after hours. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Sorry. I know I haven't told you why, but if you watched my other videos, you might know, but I didn't get to do videos this weekend because I worked outside both days on my yard and my neighbor's yard, and yesterday I went to sleep after I got home after work. So that's why the videos weren't done. Or this video specifically wasn't done. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to get down into the details of the trades and holdings. Talk to y'all later.